we're back. Cat pile is looking good. Just peeking at my phone. And let's just peek a little bit more at this list here. Before we move on, I was looking at, I set that up so we'll be able to know what that's having a problem with. Procedural area. That's not helpful. I just have to reload. But let's see. Procedural area load building data holder was having a problem. Did I improve that loop to print out a better base holder? Came back null, and we're printing out the town building. I think that is fair. I'm pretty sure that this is not gonna cause any problems no matter what. So we'll go ahead and leave that as is. And what else were we looking at? Looked at this, right? 6 days ago anyway. Fixed that, looked at that, looked at that. Looked at that, was just looking at that, looked at that. Update containers fixed previously. Refresh recipes, we improved. Procedural chunk. Did we double check? We did this. We added probably the world encounter. Construct free buildings. Yeah, I haven't looked at some of these yet. Let's see. Call command, construct free building, null reference error. Hoping just to spend maybe, maximum an hour, hopefully more like half an hour. Just kind of running through these real quick before we get into some design stuff. Player building, I already had it open. Construct free building. And then we've got a null reference somewhere. So this is possible. So we'll go ahead and add a catch here just in case. If structure equals null. Well, that wouldn't work either actually. Let's do let's see if, yeah, you wouldn't expect this, but you never know. Network identity dot spawned dot contains key. It doesn't hurt to do this kind of stuff. These aren't things that happen in update or frequently, so it's okay to do a little bit more performance intensive checks against arrays and lists and stuff like this. See if it contains the structure ID that we are looking for, and if it does not, then we want to, just debug log error. Structure ID not found in dictionary during command construct free building. And that's going to be a return, unfortunately, but that'll let us know what's going on at least. Might have to take multiple stabs at a problem sometimes. So if that is the case, we're going to assume that that is not the case. Then moving forward to see building recipe. That's fine, that's fine. Building object, recipe. Recipe, get building recipe. This would throw an error if it finds... If it's no, it doesn't. Okay, well, let's do that too. Debug log, error. This is get building recipe, and it's using BR, so we want to say something like no building found to return 4. And we'll do plus BR to string. That'll give us the building recipe, and then we can say in get building recipe. Just in case. So that'll throw an error if that is causing problems. Now, and client play interface, it's going to get the building prefab. Let's go ahead and add one here too. That there's no way that that's causing problems. I mean, it would be kind of just nice to add that, but that would immediately cause a lot of problems if that was the problem. And I closed player building. Whoops. We were still working on that. I thought I had moved on to a different method. So we're going to get the object. We're going to get the building. If it's a Solace, we're going to get the Solace. Client player mover. Solace number. Get large terrain. This will throw an error too if that doesn't work, so that's fine. We're not getting a dictionary error. It's a null reference exception. Town.biome. Town. Determine the biome. It's possible if we're not underground, it's gonna try to grab the biome. It's possible. Why not? If Solace data, Solaces dot town. I'm not grabbing that Solace anywhere. I don't need that. Solace dot number. Solace dot number. Interactable Solace. That's this guy, not the data. Whatever. If Solace data equals null, we're gonna go ahead and do debug log error. Town null for town null during, what is this? Free construct free build. I guess it's possible. Town null during Solace, during free Solace placement. Do we need to add any data to that to make it easier to debug should that problem arise? Nope, that should never arise, but just, just to be safe. Get Solace by number. Same thing here. And that's really what we're doing here. Solace is Solace count. That's after we add the new one, huh? Add new Solace. Yada, yada, yada. We don't need to do any of this, to be honest, but not a big deal. Client send Solace data. This is not only being called. Well, it hasn't showed up in 2.2 at all. Oh, and I did do some free stuff. We considered that as fair. So let's move on. I added some extra checks there, but they're not, shouldn't be triggering anymore. Procedural chunk, that was this guy. We looked at that guy. Misc data holder. Let's go down to, say, I kind of wanted to look at that. Some small things going on here. Enchant collect. Well, let's move in order. Null reference exception. Miss data holder load. Do you have any logs for me? Hunter game object is not empty. Still going on. I wonder if 10 different users affected. Minor game object is not empty. So this is trying to load a town, and after it finishes loading the town, it gets to the MISC data holder. Which we can close all of this stuff down now. That's under save. MISC data holder, add, remove, and load. So looking through all of the furniture datas, we're going to grab whatever we need, get the furniture prefab, and again, yeah, that, it's possible, Let's do if go equals null. And you know that, let's not do it there. Let's go ahead and do it here after all. Furniture prefabs add, and then if furniture prefabs furniture is equal to null, I want to debug log error furniture, no quotes, furniture to string, and I don't actually have to do to string there, it's just a safety thing there. Furniture to string, not present in get furniture prefab dictionary. And let's go ahead and just add these here. Oh, and I've got one there, error loading facility. I just didn't have one for here. If building prefabs, building does not exist. Not present in get building prefab dictionary. And what the heck, we'll do one here, and I can do this a little faster if I copy and paste. Not present in get building upgrade prefab dictionary. Boat we got. Okay, so that'll help track it down if that is the problem. Assuming it's not, and we move forward. If new furniture is equal to null, we'll do another debug log error. This is gonna be furniture dot furniture type plus then we'll say game object has no furniture component. And we'll want to return if that happens. No, we'll want to continue actually. Continue. And let's see, anything else that could possibly go wrong? Same thing with facilities. We are already checking this guy. Not checking the facility though. Let's go ahead and just to be sure. Again, these are nanosecond operations. And they are happening only during specific actions, so it's okay to add a little bit of extra like I say, nanoseconds worth of checks just to make sure that everything is working properly. Facility slots S, create, fill it up. If saved slots dot item, is it possible to equal null? We're loading from a MISC data holder. Shouldn't be capable of being null. But that is possible, I suppose. Something's going wrong, so we should try to get as many checks in as possible. We're assuming right off the bat we can just do that here. Let's say saved slot dot item is equal to null or, and that'll catch it. Container slot that's fine. If it's a resource scanner, gonna do that stuff. If it's an item loot tombstone, it's definitely gonna have those on it. Height check. Boats should be good, maybe not. Game object, get boat prefab, that's fine. Get component mountable is definitely there. Yeah, I don't think it's boat. So we'll call that good for now and see if new stuff pops up to further our investigation. Get player didn't work. Startup coroutine, setup coroutine. When is this? Some people... Last seen 3 hours ago, 7 users. Again, this is me here, but I'm not the only one getting it. There's other devices. So let's look at a different one anyway, because I know that one's me. Alright, map manager, move next. Server, kicked server, oh this is... Kicked, server restarting, disconnected from server. Oh, well you can't, game version mismatch, that was me earlier today. Yeah, if that's what these are all about, where did my scroll dealy go? How come I can't? Kicked, server restarting. Kicked, server restarting. Okay, let's see. How can we do this? This is different stuff. Trying to get the player. Different stuff trying to get the player. Mostly the main UI or the map manager. In fact, only the main UI or the map manager so far. In any case, map manager, let's take a peek. Global map manager. Player script controller.player.transform.position. Is that called anywhere else? Only here. Convert position to world position. He's going straight to transform. So if this returns null, it's not gonna work. Let's go ahead and do if player script controller dot player does not equal null. If it does, we're going to wait for 3 seconds. And even when it tries to grab this, it's going to go for return client transform. If the player client has gone null, which is the actual error we're getting, null reference exception. So let's do client client equals null. If so, return null. Otherwise, return client.transform. You don't know how to do that in shorthand? Didn't know that. Can't do returns in shorthand. That's entirely possible. Client equals null, question mark. That is proper. Anyway. If client equals null, then we'll return null. Otherwise, we will return client.transform. And it's the map manager loop, getting stuck on that. We could also do something like while true and player script controller. Yeah. We'll leave it like this. And then it was happening in the main UI as well. We're coming up on 25 minutes working on these problems. Let's see. Player script controller dot player. It's got quite a few places. Update is what we're looking at though. If it equals null, then return. So that's fine. It's just gonna go null, and this get itself is no longer gonna be throwing the actual error. So that's good there. Moving on. I need to say fixed a harmless error when getting disconnected due to a server restart or kick. Call command lock facility. Player input. Player input. Both of these cameras have funky refresh rate on them, don't they? I thought it was just going to be my preview here in the streaming software, but the New Year's update I did had these funky lines on it the whole time. I need to look into that. Let's see, actually. Screen, camera. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Full screen does not fix it, but this is still, it's a cropped version. Display capture, where's the actual video capture device? Let me see if I can peek at the settings of this real quick. Color space, color range, FPS, match output, device default. Yeah. Configure video, anti-flicker, camera control. Yeah. Anyway. So, player input dot call command lock facility has a null reference exception. If we don't find it, we leave. If we do, we grab the facilities. I've already got null check set up here. If the get compare and structure. This all looks pretty good. Structure equals null. Structure. If structure does not equal null, get component in structure. Still possible. Command lock facility. I don't think there's anything that doesn't have a structure that you can lock. Is there? Shouldn't be. Wonder what that would be. Do we have a log? Stunning, stack trace, call command lock facility, null reference exception. Being checked. If we're in single player, or it's got the same name, we're doing that. That's fine. Otherwise, I guess you wouldn't be able to open it. I'm considering if you go up to a chest, but it would already be locked. If you go up to a chest in a tower you haven't cleared yet, and you open up the radial menu, and you try to lock it, what would that do? I'm gonna write that down. I'll just try and remember that when I'm next working on Goblin Dungeons, and we're gonna get into some more of that stuff in not too distant future anyway. But anyway, I don't know why that this would ever be a possibility, but you know, if structure still is null, then you just have to leave it alone. But that should be impossible, so let's do a debug.log error and find out if that is what this NRE is calling. Log error, structure null on command lock facility. That'll stop this from throwing an error if it was throwing an error, but we'll instead call this error so we know that that is what is happening. Again, might have to take multiple stabs at some of these, but at least we will know what's going on this time around if that's the case. Player nutrition.eat, set up, metabolize, eat. You're even going to tell me which one? Container slot, item slot. Very good. So player inventory, get inventory slot reference. That would throw a error if it was unable to get that, which it did not. What are those current profession experiences? I want to look at that real quick. Player crafting, find current prof. It's not here. It's under recipe details UI. Find current prof, space prof experience. Don't need you. And you are not throwing a slot not found error. It's being called in here. Container, consume container, contents, item slot. That would be a different error. Update container slot, item slot. What would go? I guess it would be the slot, but this would throw an error. No slots provided to check. Inventory slot dot found. Otherwise it will return the slot. Maybe the slot dot item is null. Wouldn't expect a null reference exception. Player nutrition dot eat. Container slot, item slot. Eat. Container slot, item slot. That's this guy. Do we know for sure that he is inventory? Eat. Eat. Only, I suppose that's, yeah. Who calls this? Well, I guess we'll just add this in here. If slot dot item equals null, then we can't consume it. Maybe people are clicking eat on multiplayer carrots that they've already finished eating or something like that. And we want to keep going. Get hide map, add area to spawn, swap slots, enchant clicked. Let's peek at these. Compression helper again. No, yeah, those are the crap. Pirated software right there. Invalid cast exception. Count item. Interesting. Grass manager. Check position. Null reference. Oh yeah, and I wanted to see, the whole reason I came here was to see if I can find that dude who said he was having problems building on, it sounded like Linux. Native crash, building UI, construct building. Dashing strike. These are probably mostly me when there's only one. messing around with trying to get stuff to work. Yeah, player building update. That could be something. 5 days ago. Let's peek at these real quick. These are not me. Procedure Watcher, Dungeon Creator 2 .start. Add to area spawn. I saw this a couple times. Add to area spawn. Dungeon Creator 2 .start. Add to area spawn. Structure.gameObject. Now it makes it to here. Structure equals get component. It should have a structure. Right. Add to area spawn. Sending it to game object. Get component in parent procedural terrain. Yeah. Spawned areas. Well, either the game object error here during spawn dropped item. That's not there anymore. If go is equal to null, we'll do debug.log error null game object sent to add to area spawn. And we'll have the stack trace for that if that happens, and in the case of so, we will want to return. Likewise, we want to double check if the procedural terrain is equal to null, and we'll say procedural terrain null in add to area spawn, and we can return in that case as well. And again, that will just help us to find it if it ever crops up again. Like it looks like it may. We'll close you. Enchanting details UI enchant clicked. Hi kitty. Who's this? Oh, Powder wake up? Where'd you go? What are you doing? Come and sit on me, Come and sit on me. My legs are cold. Come and sit here. No, you're gonna rub on the mic. Come and sit on my lap. It's cold in here. How you doing? Your forehead does not look amazing, does it? I don't think it's worse, but it's not better. Gotta get you some fish oil or something. Enchant details UI, enchant clicked. Item added, recipe selected. Change level, change tier, change rank, enchant clicked, and we are getting a null reference exception. No slots to check provided. Passing enchant request to server. That's why those debugs are where it's at. Enchant clicked. We're gonna get the slot. Linked enchant table facility slots. Okay, so there is that will return. Add an item to enchant. That's not it. Well, do we know for sure? 21, 13, 44, 211333. I don't know if this is actually connected or not. Because this isn't actually calling get slot reference anywhere. Slot. And that, check ingredients. Passing enchant request to server, this went off. But the actual stat trace was enchant clicked. So somebody clicked enchant and then clicked enchant again, or what? Slot, you're going to grab the slot, and if the item is null, it's already intercepted here, so we know slot dot item equals null. Current enchant should be good. Current tier, linked enchanting table dot tier. Well, I think we're going to have to take another stab at this someday. Let's see if we can look at another one. Do they all... They are passing enchant request to server. So it looks like people are... Okay, this one doesn't have it. So still enchant clicked. But none of those previous errors. So safe to assume those are unrelated. So there's something in here going wrong. But we're already checking the slot. Linked enchanting table. I suppose it's possible that that has gone bad. Somehow, some way, maybe. Someone else picked it up, or something weird like that. Other possibilities would be get crafted enchant. It's possible that would do enchant not found though, and that would print out to here if that was the case. So we're going to assume that that worked. Enchant recipe, get recipe, current enchant. This could be another possibility, but that again would give us a log as we would expect and want. Otherwise, we're going to check the ingredients. Is set. What is that? Oh yeah, you can't do the same enchant for some of those multiple times. Slot item enchant count. Gonna look at all of the enchantments. This should always be new though, right? This is never gonna go null. Oh, you go scratching your forehead there, huh, kitty? Yeah. So you're the one that's scratching it because it's dry. I just need to get. Let me look at the. I'm gonna check the humidity in my room here. My kitty's having. The biggest of my big kitties is having some dry skin problems. I need to go buy you some kitty food. Probably. Well, I think I got enough for today. Maybe tomorrow, but I'll look at some maybe some supplements for him or something at the pet store. I read that omega-3 helps with their oil production. Well, it's 50% humidity in here, but I'm gonna just add I'm gonna add some water to one of my humidifiers here. I'll be back in just 1 minute. Water for the kitty. Want to sit on my lap? Want to sit on my lap? I know it's not the biggest lap in the world. Poor kitty. Nobody likes a scratchy forehead. This is item, yeah, this should never be empty. But, like I say, you never really know. There you go, good kitty, sit on my lap. You're warm. And purr into the mic. So don't need you, I don't believe. Would be highly unlikely for this to go null for some weird reason. Cannot stack enchants. Passing enchant request to server. It's erroring before that. Did I add anything to this? I did not, did I? Have not improved my chances of finding this yet. So, I guess this is really the only culprit I can see. Practice is currently toggled off. If the linked enchanting in table equals null, and that's an actual facility reference, debug.log error, let's say no enchanting table found. That's still not improving my chances terribly, but it's about the only thing I can see. This had a log. The other thing is this, so I guess we'll put it in there. If not practicing and Let's see, it would error before that, so let's do... No, it was down further, wasn't it? This guy, if not practicing and enchant database is a set, let's do if slot.item.enchantments is equal to null. We can just make a new one. Slot.itemenchantments equals new list. Shouldn't be a thing, but maybe it is. And anyway, if it is, that'll fix that. So we've increased our chances of understanding that a little bit. We're coming up on an hour looking at this stuff, so let's just try and look at these real quick. I've been saying that for an hour. Player inventory.count item. Player.inventory.count item. Find count item. And we've got a bad cast. As container count item, which one is it? Item, tier, and rarity. If it is a container, yeah. It's a container, but you don't want me to cast it as a container. How would that happen? Specified cast is not valid. You must not be a container. Well, let's do this because this does not throw an error. It just makes it null. Whoops, as container. And we'll do that up above as well. And then we will add if, let's do that for all of these, if container is equal to null, then we will say debug log error, tried to cast a plus, and we'll do, we've got item type, but how about we do item.item, this is the type that it is, you know what I mean, the variety of item that it is. If this, yeah, and we'll do that, trying to cast a blink as a container, and that will let us know. Continue. What is going on? Should that ever happen, we need a plus there. And we'll do the same for the rest of these as well. So whoever is running into that problem, this is the same thing, but that's not showing up, so count item. Was only 4 people, all from one person. That was not me. Strange. Four encounters from one person. You never know what causes weird things like that. Null reference exceptions. Grass manager check position. This is probably post disconnect. Yeah. Server restarting. Check grass manager. Grass manager. Procedural spawning. Grass manager. This is in update. Check position. And we're getting a null reference exception somewhere trying to grab the player client transform dot position. Let's just do or, and that could even call it right there. Let's just do player script controller client equals null. any of those go off, and this is going to return null if it is null. So that's fine. That should fix that. Are we seeing other instances of this? It's all the grass manager in this specific case, so that's done. 3 minutes to an hour. Player building, move next. What is this? Transform child out of bounds. What? Transform child out of bounds. What does that even mean? Transform child out of bounds. Place structure. I'm not even clear on what that means. Am I grabbing, like, literally? Why? How would that happen? Place structure and place structure. Player building, place structure. Let's look for child. Don't move it automatically. Come on. Okay, I take it back. That's okay. Get child structure parent dot child count minus 0. So you're telling me something didn't load at all? Got destroyed? When we're doing place structure, how would that happen? I think this is getting passed as a 0 or a -1 somehow. But that should be impossible if this was called and we didn't have any logs before that. Remove resources did not work. Warning. Remove resources. Spawn position structure had an error too, which was probably this guy. Spawn position structure. Cave hit, place structure. Spend structure resources. That's what this guy is, right? Remove resources. Spend structure resources. Remove resources. What are your warnings going off here? Who's got a warning for me? Debug. Debug. Log error. That's not going off. There's a warning going off somewhere. Under here, I guess. Warning. There's an error there, but there's no warnings here. This is a weird one. And we're a minute over our hour limit that we were shooting for, so I'm gonna move on. This is silly. This is likewise not what I was looking for, and silly. One instance, player building update, null reference. And I just closed all of them, so good. Let's move on. There's lots of little things here. I fixed this. Did I not? I've had 2 storehouses still standing after demolishing them. Yeah, this I do want to, after demolishing them. 2 storehouses still standing after demolishing them. after demolishing them. That's because they're custom buildings, and it's actually intentional. However, that's not magically understood by anyone and everyone that plays the game. Storehouse is now a custom building, which means you can add onto it all you like. So don't want to automatically assume that you want that to be completely destroyed when you click the deconstruct button. So I know what's going on there. Yeah, I'm going to leave that as is for now, because it's actually intentional. So let's take a look at some of this now. There's some new stuff to add here. Let's go ahead and start adding some stuff. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just you don't fit because you're incapable of making yourself understandable. There you go. That was really hard, wasn't it? Excel. We now have raw red meat and cooked red meat, but we've also got raw poultry and cooked poultry, as well as raw white meat and cooked white meat. And we went ahead and called those, let me see. I keep these all right here. White meat and poultry, good. The rest of this is not new. This stuff is all new though. Feather, chitin, snake scales, and fur. I think this stuff is gonna go good here. What did I just do? I didn't want to do that. No, no, no thank you. Insert, 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 insert. Feather, chitin, snake, scale, and fur. And we can also add a lot more, but more importantly, we want to add to these first, I believe, and I will fix these in a minute. Okay, one thing we do want to do here, let's go look at player nutrition. Want to make a lot of new potions. And I'll go ahead and make my first pass at this and post it in Discord and see what people think about it, if they want to add or change to any of it. And I'll post it on Patreon too. I wish I was better at knowing what to do with Patreon, because it is such a massive, massive benefit to development. People actually paying subscription model is huge for an indie developer like me. Can't say thank you enough to those people, and I rarely ever say thank you to those people. I need to really figure out a better system for that. It makes me feel bad all the time. Player nutrition. This is where we drink our potions, consume for Shinagawa Chiyoko. ありがとうございます。名前を間違えたら失礼しました。 these guys. It's potions, not those potions. Here we go. Tabula rasa. Okay, so this one is adventuring skills. This one is attributes. So I'm just going to add a note that this is skills. We'll say adventuring skills. And the void potion is attributes. So I need something for crafting skills. What do we call it? We've got tabula rasa. We've got a void potion, which both, imply clean start, emptiness. Crafting, let's see. Tabula rasa, void, they don't actually relate to those things at all. Let's look at a thesaurus. Not really. What if I just do a search for tabula rasa synonym? Blank slate, blank, yeah, that's just translations of the words, come on. Blank. A vacuum potion. How about like an amateur, like a potion of the amateur, or a potion of the beginner? What do you call a newbie in crafting profession? Fledgling. Let's do meanings. Oh, dictionary.com, there we go. Fledgling is a young bird or an inexperienced person. Tabula rasa potion, a void potion, or a potion of the fledgling. A fledgling potion. It's not too bad. I don't want to spend 10 days on thinking up titles. I actually kind of need to go get my notebook, I think. Probably not. It's not a complicated subject. I do need to sit up a little better, kitty. You can stay there. Just I need to straighten my back a little more if you're going to sit on my lap all day, which I appreciate. You're warm. So these are points. Let's say this guy's got what? Let's give him a light green background down to yeah, we don't need that. We'll just do let's do it again actually. Potions, we'll make this guy a little bigger. This is enchants, this is potions. We want to do... I've currently got health, energy, and mana. I'm going to add H regen. It'll fit, won't it? Health regen, energy regen, and mana regen. And what else do we want? let's leave a space and do strength, stamina, agility, dexterity, intelligence, and wisdom potions. And I'm going to do minor and major for all of these. And let's go ahead and do it for health too. And we can think about that and get more complicated with the ingredients as necessary. But I want to do minor, normal, so it'll just be like a minor health and then a health and then a major health potion. Likewise with all of these, and we also want, let's see, let's do a new row here, and we're going to do utility, and we want to do breathing. What else do we got? We want to do, we don't have speed potions. We want to do speed. Let's do a jumping potion. That'll be fun. Breathing, speed, jumping. What else do we got? Feather fall. Don't actually have fall damage in yet, specifically because I don't have feather fall potions or anything like that. I do want to do, let's do scrolls too. Or should it be a potion? Because we have paper. But we don't really have... What would you do that at, an enchanting table? Enchant a piece of paper to become a scroll of exit is what I'm thinking of. We've got scrolls of town portal that you can just craft right now. I think that would be better at the enchanting table. And we can make some more types. So let's go ahead and make another row here. Potions, and now I'm going to do scrolls. So I'm not going to do a bunch of scrolls, I don't think, but we've got town portal, and I want to do exit, which will get you out of a encounter, or it'll send you to the entrance of any world encounter you might be in, whether it's a I think it should work in procedural towers too. That'll be a little weird, but we can certainly get that to work. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe just large encounters like caves, goblin dungeons, and floating islands. We'll think about that. Might be more of those to do too. And then let's see. So we've got minor, normal, and major for all of these. That'll be a lot of new potions. This guy uses one of everything. This guy uses a bunch of diamonds. Fledgling, what do we want to use that for? We should add water to this too, but water is difficult to use, isn't it? Yeah, never mind. Um, Can you see this at all on chat? I don't know. Maybe I should zoom in a bunch. It's probably hard to see, especially if you're watching on a phone. But I can zoom in, no problem. Let's see. I've actually got nice little item templates set up for all of this stuff. Is what we will be building here shortly. Crafting. No, that was all kind of test stuff. Jewelry resources. Where is the tabula rasa potion? Might not actually be... Oh, there we go. Consumables. No. No. Some of these still exist in the item database primarily. For example, like these. All of the older stuff. Get description. Actually, where's the... I was looking for the recipes. Recipe database, maybe. Which is under crafting. Item recipe database. I should transfer all of this stuff over, but I won't make you watch me do that on stream. Where's my potions? Here we go. Tabula rasa's got one of each. The void potion has 3 diamonds, which is not at all hard to make. I'm going to just up that to 6 for giggles, because there's 6 gems here. And that's like 1 swing, or like 1 diamond node if you actually go out and find one. If you're relying on random loot drops, might be a little more difficult, but I think that weighs those out a little bit more. And I'll go ahead and let that recompile so I can work on this. Let's see, I want to make a fledgling potion. And this is going to reset crafting skills. What do I want to make the ingredients for it? And we can make new ingredients is the point here. We've got... make sure you switch to beta for new potions. Good on me for saying that to myself. Let's go ahead and actually undo that and recompile and push this and move off of the production branch. Always good to push new things to beta first, just to be safe. This always takes a few seconds to load up. There it goes. I am going to be pushing this later today, I believe. So I'll go ahead and do this and commit it as today's patch. And I changed all of the trees. I hope that isn't irresponsible. Now I'm going to switch to beta. And close you down, reload all of that stuff, and actually the first thing that I want to do is merge all of those changes into beta. now have merge conflicts, and that's fine. Let's check them out. This is fine. I'm going to go ahead and stick with mine. And player input. Oh, really? This is all new. I'm not sure why that created a conflict there, but we will use the changes. And we can commit that. And there we go. Now we are good to start working on new potions. Yeah, go ahead and reload, and you're not gonna bother reloading, okay. This changed though, you realize, right? Okay, good. Item recipe database, so you're gonna be 6 now, and I'm gonna recompile that. And let's see, so anyway, let's make a list of new, well, and actually there's a lot of, like, we've got a snail, we've got a rabbit, we've got a rabbity, we've got a rabbit, we've got a doe, we've got a stag, we've got, what else? A bunch of animals that aren't really dropping anything specific. Let's write those all up. They're going to be under animal prefabs. Who we got? Bear, boar. Boar doesn't have anything. Chicken's got a feather. Boar, chicken. He's got feathers. This guy's got fur. This guy could have chitin. I don't think shells are chitin though. I'm pretty sure they're not. What is that? It's a calcium structure. I don't know. What do you call that? Are snail shells chitin? The extracted chitin from snail shells exhibits tremendous industrial, medical, and pharmaceutical applications, apparently. So there you go. I guess they can drop chitin then. Snails are really hard to find. We need to make them bigger. Does don't have anything. Stags, boars don't have anything. Let's add a little buffer here. What else we got? Fox, goat. That's it. Excuse me. Fox, goat, and was that it? Yeah, that was it, right? Yeah. Anyway, we've also got we've got goblins. We've got hobgoblins. And we've got, was it like an orc warlord, wasn't he? And we're going to be adding Phoenix. We're going to be adding Hellhound. What else do we have? I don't even remember, to be honest. Let's open up. Was it the asset loader? I think it was test 3, wasn't it? Shoot. So we can add new stuff to these, and you know what? Let's go ahead and list up everything, to be honest, just so we know who's got special, who's got what. We've got rhinoceros, we've got viper, we've got wolf, we've got the Arctic wolf. We've got pigs. We've got cows. I missed cows somehow there. How did I miss cow? Chicken, cow. Crocodile is new, isn't he? He doesn't have anything that he drops, I don't think. Crocodile. And let's go ahead and separate these from offensive and passive. Goats are passive. Pigs and cows are passive. The rest of these guys are not. Foxes, I was surprised to learn they're not. That's just how I made them. And then we've got monsters, and I think we still have some more here. We've got, don't we have hippos? Did I not put hippos? Yeah, we got hippos, we got scorpions, and we got spiders. Hippos, spiders, scorpions. And let's see. You guys are new. You guys, all of you are new. Let's move you down. And I'll move you guys up. Do I need to move anyone else up? Wolf, Arctic wolf, hippos, spiders. Yeah, you guys are all good. I do want to add some other stuff, but I think we'll just hold on to it for now. I want to add bigger spiders, but I got people complaining about spiders. Got just one person actually, and like 3 people yelled at him for complaining about it. Nothing wrong with being afraid of spiders. I understand. It's just that they drop specific stuff, you know, and I can just make them show up as something else. Maybe they'll be blue pigs or something, you know. If you don't like spiders, I understand. So anyway, let's see what loaded up here. Test 3 loaded up. Nope, this is asset loader. I didn't load test 3 up just yet, did I? Oh, I did. He's already upgraded. And he is, yeah, this is where we're doing it. Do I have scenes folder? I'm not using it though. Dusty, Goblin Boss, Phoenix, Staircase. Where's my scene? I think I made actually a Fire Dimension folder. There we go. Fire Dimension. I've got monsters, Rock Golem, the Cerebus. Yeah, that guy's cool looking. We can call him a... What do we call him? He's not really magma. He could be a magma golem. Hot rock golem. I could color him brighter. I could give him some emission. Does he have an emission map? He's got emission turned on, but he's... Oh, it's just his eyeballs, huh? I could give him some glowy lava bits. He's already doing the eyes. Not a big deal. I'll leave it alone for now. But yeah, we'll call him a magma golem. And this is Cerebus, huh? Cerebus. Let me look that up. Cerberus. In Greek mythology, Cerberus, often referred to as the Hound of Hades, is a multi-headed dog that guards the gates of the underworld to prevent the dead from leaving. What is a hellhound? I think they only have one. See, sometimes they've got multiple heads. Hellhound is a supernatural dog in folklore. Maybe not quite what we're looking for here, though. This is just some dudes. Well, they are here and there, and I gotta be careful scrolling through Google, don't I? Get something I'm not supposed to show and get in trouble. I guess we can call him the Cerberus. And I don't need you open at the moment. So we've got the Phoenix, the Cerberus, the Golem, and the Demon Lord. This is going to be kind of the boss. Dealy. And do we want to call him a Demon Lord, though? I think he should be like a fire. I think it could be like, he's basically a Balrog, right? We could call him a Balrog. I want to look at his animations, actually. Where are your animations, sir? Let me see those. 2-hit combo. Ooh, does he use his whip? He's just kind of holding it there. 2 combo forward. That's not what I'm going to use. 3-hit, 2, and a whip. There you go. That's cool. Does he have like a whip specific? Whip attack. There we go. Whoosha! That's cool. That'd be fun to make noises for too. Crack the magma whip. I should give it some particles too. I don't think it has any particles on it yet. Do we want to just call him a Balrog, or can we get in trouble with that? Let's see, Balrog. Balrog, did I spell that wrong? Yeah, I spelled that wrong, didn't I? Is it just a Balrog? I mean, that's pretty much what we've got here, right, folks? Look at this. He's got a sword, he's got a whip, he's got horns, yeah, that's a Balrog. The only question is the term Balrog copyrighted? I don't think so. Fantasy writers, you'll likely have to wait until we use the term Balrog gets anywhere close to public domain. Really? Balrog, Middle Earth Enterprises copyrights. Is Balrog... Middle Earth Enterprises is a company, names and characters, claimed copyright. Below is the list from 2013. Balrog, also Durin's Bane. I mean, how do you just go ahead and just claim? Nobody can ever name something Istari. That's just not true. I'm going to sue someone because they made a city called Aglaron in their game. You can't do that. We live in a better world than that. Balrog is pretty obvious, though. As far as I know, only Tolkien has used them. Probably because created them. As soon as we used Balrog or something like that, so Lord of the Rings fiction, and it's covered after. In other versions of the game, was forced to change the name to Balor due to copyright infringement. Well, there you go. If you have massive power fire demons, you should either make up your own kind or just call them fire demons. Yeah. Well, we can't call them Balrogs. That's obviously what they are, though. We'll just call it what? What did we have? Phoenix, Cerberus. We're going to have the Magma Golem. And we're going to have... Actually, I'm going to add Mimic to this dungeon here. Hi, that's a nice kitty. Phoenix, Cerberus, Magma Golem, and Fire Demon. Fire Demon. Lava demon. Lava demon. Fire demon. Fire just feels like it'd be more like a fire elemental. I suppose lava would too, though. Fire demon. Yeah, I guess that works. Alright. So we've got... Then we've got monsters. We've also got a few monsters in game already, of course. We've got earth golems. We've got the rock golems. We've got the stone golems. We've got the crystal golem. We've got the obsidian golem. We've got fire elemental. Yeah, and this is actually, these are earth elemental. And that's a rock elemental. We've got an ice golem. I forget if we have fire golems or not. I don't think we do. That would be in World Encounters, caves. Where's the cave manager? He is referencing the fire golem, and I believe he is making use of it. Fire golem can spawn in lava caves, which is not this. We would need to be looking at World Encounters, and it is the cave manual constructor. Let me look for fire golem. No, fire golem. Not in there, huh? Fire golem. Find all references. No references found to the fire golem. Okay, so maybe not. This guy's got references to him, right? Yeah. Cave marching cubes. Get a random boss. That's not what we're doing. Get a random monster. Currently only gives the stone golem. Where was manual instructor, floor, ceiling, wall, lava falls? Okay, so I don't have those guys spawning at all. Ceiling, floor. Though I certainly could have them spawning without much effort. Question is, do we want them in caves? Let's split this up a little bit. This is overworld, normal stuff. Let's go ahead and do something like this. Passive animals, offensive animals, and we'll do monsters. Totally unnecessary, just felt like doing that. And I wanted to say overworld. And here we've got caves, which has, actually that's where the stone golems are, in caves. That's all that's in caves, right? Yep. This is the goblin dungeon. And this is the fire plane that we worked on a little bit. And I'm going to add to floating islands harpies. And we can probably add ice golems up there too. Maybe we'll change them around a little bit. Overworld monsters. Earth, rock, and ice golem, I think, is all that there is. I do want to add a Trent. Triant, and I might have to name those too. Trent copyright. Is Trent copyrighted? However, the words int, Trent, and Groot are all copyrighted. Somebody copyrighted Trent's. Supposed to be an uncopyrighted version of the JRR. What's copyrighted? What's the copyright on creature species? This is really fussy stuff. People are saying Trent is okay. These are just random posts on the internet though, of course. Or anyone, the word is of Germanic folklore origin, refers to a type of ogre, and predates Tolkien by several hundred years. This is why you see orcs in D&D and World of Warcraft, because in a place no one owns it. Ents, used to refer to a giant tree creature, is specific to Tolkien and thus falls under the Tolkien estate's copyright. Same with hobbits. That's why, for example, the D&D and Games creator had to change Ents to Trents and hobbits to halflings. The idea of a giant tree. So the Flash is a copyrighted character. You can't create your own comic with super fast characters. Mickey Mouse Protection Act. Thank you for the like, Katie. I'm kind of staring at some copyright issues here. Sorry for falling quiet all of a sudden. I think I'm fine though. You know, I mean, look at, you just do a search for Trents in games, and you know, they're all over the place. Yeah, I play EverQuest. There you go, Rotwood Trent. Okay, so if Sony isn't getting sued, I'm not going to get sued. You never know, though. It's good to look that stuff up. I do have a Trent that I want to add in, so there's that. And let's see, what else? Okay, so we've got these guys in here. Some of these do have specific loot. Most of them have in-specific loot. However, for example, these guys have a crystal core. These guys have an obsidian core. These guys don't have anything yet. Trent's not in yet. Ice golem. And let's see, where do I have all of this stuff written down? Should be able to look at the monsters themselves. I do have the fire golem in here, but nobody's using them. Anyway, not here, but the... Oh no, actually it's it works different than that. It's on the item templates themselves. So if we go to crafting, and I did these ones in text just to make sure that it worked. But we can see that can drop is true. And the named drop is Obsidian Golem, and it has a drop rate of 1, meaning 100%, and it drops 1. So, hey Goof King, welcome back. So it's actually stored on the items themselves. Do I have Burning Core, Fire Elemental, Frozen Core? I don't think I've ever seen these. Am I sure that those are actually in? Or I know Paper, Town Portal, and these guys are in. Frozen Core on Ice Golems and Burning Core on Fire Elementals? Really? Well, that'll be good for enchants. I just know some people have some items that aren't actually useful in game yet. Is watching someone making game make you improve coding skills? I wouldn't say it's a good way to improve your coding skills. You'd want to be watching tutorials specific to that. This is honestly like 60% for me, because it really motivates me to put in a lot of hours when I'm streaming like this and people come in and see me working. Otherwise I'm here alone by myself and I can slack off all I want. Not that I do, but it's just really motivating to be live like this. And like right now I'm working on game design, so depending on who you are, that could be fun and interesting and engaging. I think most of my players are asleep right now, but if your goal is to improve your coding, I would definitely be watching code specific tutorials. Yeah, I'd go on to YouTube and just do a search for Unity tutorial, how to make a menu, and there's lots and lots of tutorials on pretty much anything you can think of. Are you familiar with Brackeys? I don't think I'm a follower of Brackeys. And they are no longer making videos. They stopped 3 months ago. But this was a really popular channel for beginners. If you want to check this one out, they have a lot of different videos on a lot of different videos on how to do all kinds of beginner concepts to intermediate, inventory code, equipment RPG, enemy RPG. There's all kinds of stuff in here. So, like I say, I think it's really more about you figuring out what it is you want to do, and then looking for content that's kind of in that bracket or genre. If you want to make a first-person shooter, there's tons of tutorials on just that kind of stuff. If you want to make a car racing game, there's tons of tutorials on that. If you want to make a puzzle game, whatever it is, there's lots and lots of tutorials that can really get you going. If you want to make a game, honestly, you do. You can use visual scripting, but I wouldn't recommend it. Some people do, but if you're at all serious about making video games, you really need to learn how to code. Or, if you want to be an artist, then you study that art and find yourself a programmer to collaborate with. But if you're looking to be the one that makes games, you do have to learn how to program. That's 90% of what I do. with my game is coding. But it's not hard. Like I say, you said you've only been doing it for 3 weeks, so you need at least like 3 months to really get rolling. And if that sounds boring to you, then most people give up after 3 weeks or 3 months or something like that, because it's not what's interesting to them. That's weird. The chat box here has quite a delay on it there, doesn't it? I can see it popping up here a lot faster than it goes over there. And I just cleared it. Sorry about that. I'm looking at the settings to see if I can get it to show up faster, but anyway. You have to understand other people's code. If you just watch tutorials and you copy paste, you're not actually learning anything. And you can't make a game by just copying and pasting a bunch of different sources of code together. So you need to understand what you're typing and why. And again, if you have questions, like specific questions about some sort of beginner code, I would highly recommend joining a Discord community. This is one that I am very active in, and like Leda's been in here like me for years. There's lots and lots of really, really smart people in here that will answer any kind of programming questions you can come up with. And, super basic beginner questions are fine. People in here are happy to help beginners get started. That's not something you can't do. You won't be shunned for being a newbie. Well, you just gotta, like I say, you've only been doing it for 3 weeks. That's very, very new. It takes time. You can't learn to, become a pro golfer in 3 weeks. You can't be a pro coder in 3 weeks. I don't remember these dropping anywhere. It's just what confuses me. Oh yeah, I was going to see if I had icons for those. Burning core, there it is. And frozen core, there it is. So I guess those are in game. I didn't really even remember those. We've also got fire elementals. Can you note? I'm sorry, I didn't really understand that. My code, yeah. No secret. These are all, we're live right now, but if you go on to YouTube, Solace Crafting channel, I clicked Facebook somehow. There's hours and hours of video on here. This is all just mostly recordings of me streaming live. If you want to pause and go back and stuff. It's no No big secret. Frozen core, flaming core, was it fire core? Burning core. These guys do not give anything special at the moment. Let's see. We don't have champion animals. I might want to split this into like, you know, normal, champion, hero, and then boss. And we don't have any bosses in game. We do have some heroes. Champions. Are notes important? I guess that depends on the person. I never took notes. I know some people do. If you get into Visual Studio, it's got IntelliSense. So you start typing something and it says, you know, it has suggestions. Is this what you're trying to type? And so you get used to remembering stuff like that. You know, you hold down this and it shows the different method parameters. And, that's how I learned anyway. But if notes help you out, then yeah. For me, it was just putting in the hours. I put in like 4, 5, 6 hours every day after work for years, to be honest. Like 5 or 6 years. And I don't mean to deter anyone, but it's not super easy to make video games. But that's what I mean. It's not super easy. Depending on the game you're trying to make, it can be really hard and really time consuming, but you can make simpler games that aren't that difficult. Let's see, maybe I just want these 4 and I want them more like this. So this will be, yeah, these guys don't need to be that big. This one I might want bigger, and I want to do possible drops. So we know that random resources can drop off of random mobs, and that's honestly silly. That's how the game's been for a long time, though. So, do we want to have does drop something specific? I mean, what is a doe drop? Deer teeth? You know, what do you, deer bones, deer fur, I guess fur. Rabbits have fur. Does are considered fur. Those are pelts, I think. Do deer and elk hair are the main hairs used for dry fly tails and wings. There's no actual difference. Yeah, no problem. Really though, I definitely recommend getting into Discord. A lot of great people there, and 24/7. You know, because I'm only here sometimes. On Discord, you can ask a question, and almost always somebody is there to answer. Relatively quick. we've got meat off of most of these. Yeah, though. I did do, like, I am specifying animal-specific drops as well, though, now that I think about it. Entities, oh, and that was my break clock went off there. I should take a break. Like the Rhino AI, he himself doesn't do it, but the animal AI here, didn't this, where do I mark that fur gets dropped? Because fur is already dropping. Let's look at item database. We don't need caves anymore. Let's see. Feathers. Where am I starting to use these already? Skill template, basic harvesting. Oh, that's for harvesting. They're not drops. That's why. Okay. But yeah, you know, same deal. I might want to separate that. No, I guess that's just how animals work. The animals don't have drops. So let's do something like this. And I'll put you back to here, and we'll move these guys down to here. Yeah, these guys have... Snails only have chitin, right? So that is harvestable animal. That's actually harvesting, where that stuff shows up. Harvestable animal is a harvestable object because they're actually stored on the animals themselves. This is what I was getting at. Monsters don't have stuff actually stored on them, but animals do. Harvestable animal has all of this stuff. Common rewards, raw red meat, bear claw, bear fang, fur. I think that's all. And a possible essence of beast. Only if you actually harvest one from them, though. They're not going to show up just as normal rewards. So let's see. Raw red meat, bear claw. This is all harvesting stuff. Here we've got white meat. I think vipers I did poultry. White meat, white meat, white meat, white meat. Here we've got poultry. I'm pretty sure vipers poultry. I just made that up, but people say snakes taste like chicken, right? Poultry. Spiders don't drop meat, though people do eat spiders in the world. Scorpions too. White meat is, what are we doing? Poultry, where's the chickens? Oh, they're up here. I forgot this whole rung up here. We've got white poultry, feather. Pig has white meat. Goat is red meat. Rabbit is game. That's red meat though. Right? I've never actually eaten rabbit, but I'm pretty sure rabbits are red meat. Are rabbits red meat? What kind of meat is rabbit? They have white fur, blah blah blah. What rabbit breeds? That's not the question I asked. It is red meat. I thought it was different than fur. Or different than hair. Like you wouldn't say cat hair. You know, it's cat fur. But it's been a long time since I petted a deer, to be honest. So we'll say, yeah, these are guys. Well, and then deer too. They're deer red meat though. Yeah, I've had deer meat, red meat, and fur. Poultry and feather. These guys are red meat, and nothing else yet. Cow is red meat. Rabbit is red meat. It sounds like that makes sense. I've seen skinned rabbits. They're not white meat. Probably move too fast to be white meat, I think would be maybe one way to look at that. And fur, and feathers, and then snails have chitin. You can eat snails, but that's kind of its own category. We're going to go ahead and just leave them as no meat for now. What else do we got? Rhinos have rhino horn and rhino nails. Nyang, thank you for the follow. Where's all the kitties? I got one on my lap, one on the cat cam, one behind me. Wolves have red meat and wolf claw and wolf fang. These guys have Arctic wolf claw and Arctic wolf fang. Hippos don't drop anything, I don't think. So yeah, these guys actually don't have... Oh no, these are animals still. Yeah, okay. Animal, let's see, yeah, so I can look right at them. Hippos. I don't need your AI. Hippos only have white meat, so they don't have anything special on them yet. Spiders have spider silk, I believe. Oh, they've got chitin, actually. How about a common reward of... yeah. It's not actually silk until they squeeze it out. I wonder what it is when they don't, you know, they have silk sacs that produce silk. I wonder if there's like a liquid store of that prior to being secreted. Anyway. Only chitin for now. Okay, we could do a venom sac or something like that would be cool too. That's a good point. I didn't add anything to hear about venom yet, like poison damage. We'll think about that though. That's kind of, I'd have to add some stuff for that. Well, I mean, we will do that, but maybe not the first step here. Scorpion, these guys both only have chitin for now. Chitin. Crocodile, I believe, only has white meat right now, because he's new. New kid. Yep. Oh, no, he's poultry too, huh? I think I looked that up. Because they're, yeah, you know, they're kind of like snakes. These are red meat, and only red meat so far. Boar's white meat. Boar's actually pretty gamey. But you can't call a boar red meat, right? I mean, it's a pig, basically. Let's look at boar meat. I mean, that's some pretty red meat right there. Well, but that, I mean, that's just what pork looks like, and then when you cook it, it turns more of that white color, right? Am I crazy? Is that boar meat? That doesn't look like boar meat. Yeah, spiders are weird. I didn't want to think about that too hard. I have golden orb weavers every year that just run over this whole area. They're crazy. But their webs shimmer golden in the sunlight. They're kind of famous, and they're poisonous. They're pretty docile, though. They don't get in your way. Banana spiders, I don't know what that is. I'm going to look, and I'm not going to show it on screen. Banana spider. Oh, yeah. That's like the same thing. It says golden silk orb weavers. Those are like the exact same spider I was talking about. They get big. I went hiking with my family back in like 2005, like the first time they ever came to Japan. And it wasn't far from here, coincidentally. And there were big spiders like that. And I asked one of the guys that was hiking by us, and I said, "Are these dangerous?" And he said, "I don't think so." I'm like, "Are they poisonous?" And he was like, "Yeah, probably." You know, it was like, okay. 'Cause they are everywhere in the summer. I don't know what to call this, to be honest, now that I look at it. You look at pig's meat, and, that's white. It's because of the hemoglobin content is much lower than red meat. But, is boar's meat white meat? I mean, it's got to be right. You might expect it was a pork. Wild boar is a dark red meat. Wild boar is also very lean and low in cholesterol. What kind of white meats exist? Sometimes you gotta learn some weird crap to... Turkey meat, that's a good point. Okay, rabbit is white meat. Well, there you go. Veal. I forget what veal is. Venison is young cow, right? White meat, red meat, and fish. What about poultry? Deer is white meat? White meat is veal deer? Geese, horse, red meat, pork, beef, mutton. Venison is deer, right? Veal is calf. Man, this is confusing. And then, yeah, poultry. Chicken, turkey. Well, I mean, but that's not really what we're talking about here, though, right? I don't want to just say pork and have it only be applicable to pigs. You know what I mean? I think 3. Well, and then we'll have fish later on. And there's a billion kinds of fish, too, if you want to nitpick. But I think we should just have fish, white meat, red meat, and poultry. And then we can make a lot of stuff with those 4. I think that's fair. I just kind of don't really want to get something blatantly wrong, if possible. Ducks are red meat. I wouldn't have guessed that. Horses are red meat, of course. Rabbit is white. I got that wrong. Venison. What is venison again? That's deer, isn't it? It's a game animal, meat of elk or deer, right? Yeah, okay. And that's a very red meat. Yeah. They eat horse here in Japan. You can get horse meat at a lot of places. So okay, rabbit's white, deer is red, stag is red, boar is white, fox is gonna be red meat. Right, I mean, if the rabbit's white meat, I don't know, maybe I should look. Are foxes red meat? No, that's not what I asked. What a fox eats. Are foxes red or white meat? Don't show me pictures of cute baby foxes. What do foxes eat? I don't even know. Okay, I'm gonna have to look at this off screen, I think, just in case. Well, that is kind of whitey, but it's a close call. I'm gonna go with red meat. Same as ye rabbits. Oh, the rabbits were white? I don't know what I'm talking about. Red meat. I gotta look at rabbit meat. That doesn't make sense to me. Okay, yeah, that looks a lot more white. For whatever reason. That looks like a white meat. Fox did not look like a white meat, though. It looked like a red meat. I'm going to stick with that. Crocodile, I'm going to stick in poultry for no reason. We're designing potions and enchants, so I'm trying to figure out stuff that should drop off of all the different things that are in game and stuff that we should add in. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And the meat's like, it's that kind of softer, stringy stuff. So I think viper and crocodile can do poultry. And spiders and scorpions we're just not going to eat, like the snail, 'cause that's gross. And what else do we got? Hippos, spider, scorpion. Nobody else is actually dropping anything specific yet. Okay, so we can add drops to these now if we want. We'll go ahead and stick with that. And none of these guys have anything specific that drops to them yet. So, we want to add regen potions, pool potions. Right now these are mushrooms and cabbages. And I think it was like, is that it? I think there was raw meat for the health potions, wasn't there? Item recipe database, health potion, mushroom, cabbage. Oh, that was it. Hi, kitty. You want to come sit on your brother? Why don't you say hi to the camera? 'Cause you're a pretty kitty. Ah, it's Tabby-chan. Yeah, he's a good kitty. He wants to sit on his brother who is on my lap. These are certainly, up for change. We can make them whatever. If you can't sit with one brother, sit with the other. Our orange cat there, Tabby, he just follows the boys around all day, every day. It's hilarious. I'm not used to doing this, to be honest. So say we have goblins drop something, hobgoblins drop something. We don't have, let's see, enchants. We do have a good bunch of enchants set up. I do want to make these more like, well, and we don't have uncommon and rare enchants set up yet. These are all, we'll leave them as white. These are uncommon. Maybe we can color this green a little bit. Maybe the font green. Why not? And we're going to want to make rare. Oops. And elite and legendary as well. And Thor, that's a good name. I've had this kitty on my lap for like an hour and a half now. Ooh. That's bad for the back. But it's good for the warmth of my legs. I skipped my 3 o'clock break. I think I should go make myself a drink here, maybe. But I got a kitty on my lap. You can't just abandon the kitty. You know, for these guys, I want to just do like, and like, what are these guys even? Let's double check that and write it down. Crafting, enchant, recipe database. Did I move all of these somewhere else? Is it enchant database? No. Did I make templates for all of these? Enchant template generator. There we go. So this guy's got rubies and light. I have all that written down. I wanted to see what the actual enchant would apply for these guys. Strength and agility for the squire. Agility and dexterity for the scout. And stamina and intelligence for the apprentice. That's a little weird. Stamina and intelligence. And this is going to be stamina. Oh, hold up. Energy regen, energy regen. I missed those. Edit note. Energy regen and strength plus agility. Energy regen, agility and dex. This guy's got mana regen. And then this guy's got mana regen, healing and healing. Okay, I didn't look at those right, did I? What's going on now? Oh, that's the set bonuses. Sorry. Okay. So starting out is just stamina and wisdom. New note, stamina plus wisdom. And then with 2, you're going to get mana regen. And then with 3, you get heal plus heal crit. Right? Healing, heal crit, magic, magic crit. This guy's got 2 and 3 magic plus magic crit. And let's see, what do you have? These are set enchants, not just... I should probably move those to their own category. Good kitty. Let's see my kitty down here. Hey. He's a happy kitty. Keeping warm. Keeping me warm. Physical crit and ranged crit. Energy 3. Phys crit. Plus range crit. And what does the other guy have? Physical skill, defense skill. Those are not currently being used. Sorry about that. If anybody is counting on that, making their character better. Energy, regen, physical skill plus defense skill plus def skill. How about? Okay. So these are sets. Maybe we should add a I'll add a star to them to signify that they are sets. And oh, sleepy kitty, you gonna get up on your own accord? Okay, the cat has moved on. I'm gonna go grab a snack and a drink. So I will be back in just like 2 minutes. Let's see. How about I just go like this? I'll just hide myself, and I'll be back in just a minute. Stir my drink a little. I'm addicted to chai lately. For like 2 or 3 months now, I've been drinking chai milk tea. Oh, we're gonna do changing of the guards now? Hi, kitty. I got a new kitty. You wanna come sit up here? Nope. Just kidding. So I didn't really think about actually trying to figure out ingredients. I came up with a variety of new potions and enchants that I wanted to add, and I want to add sets and stuff here for like, I've named these Scout, Squire, Apprentice, Disciple just kind of based on those stat bonuses there. And I have a channel in chat. Suggested recipes. This was never really... This was more for cooking, which we were planning to get into. And yeah, after this stream is over today, I'm gonna post this. I wonder what I should do. I could like make, I'll just post it. Like I could make a Google Doc, and put it up and let people not edit it directly, but copy it and like send me additional things, or just post stuff in chat, because I know some people really like coming up with ideas about this kind of stuff. Oh, hi, kitty. I got more kitties. It must be cold in your kitty bed there. Everybody's coming over here all of a sudden. What's the matter? So let's say we have a rare enchant. So it's not a set, and we'll call it Barbarian. And let's say it's got, so this one's going to be rare now, huh? Not what I meant to do. Here we go. Rare. And let's add a note, and let's say that this one is strength plus stamina plus agility. How about? Or how about, kind of want to make just a strength and a stamina one. That is an uncommon enchant. And so like strength requires a ruby. But then this one will require like 2 rubies and 2 amethysts. And it'll be better, and it'll be higher level, and you'll have to get it through schematic drops, is what I'm planning. Currently we have schematics, and I went into this a little bit this morning. Yeah, it's just Tuesday, right? Yeah. With art about changing this system. So currently schematics are used to start crafting a recipe. Instead, schematics will teach a word that can be applied to any applicable equipment, which will be like one of the functions of schematics. Another function will be not teaching you only words, but teaching you new recipes, which could include enchants and potions. So say there is a barbarian schematic, and if you pick that up, it'll teach you the barbarian enchant. The question is, do we want to add more ingredients? But we'll get to that. Let's go ahead and make a bunch of enchants first, and then we'll figure out what sort of ingredients we're missing. And one thing I did want to sort of add on to here was This is the fire plane, and we want to also do we don't really need more monsters here. We could add like like an air golem or something like that. I think that is good actually. Currently, yeah, blah blah blah. I also want to do water caves. Is one of the things that I have planned, so just wanted to add that there, I guess is all. Anyway, forgive me for snacking. So like say we get, just for starters, similar to like these guys, Squire, Scout, Apprentice, Disciple. These only work on certain pieces of armor, right? So say we do, these don't have that restrictions, but they're not sets, right? So maybe not as awesome as the Squire. So we should actually churn up their requirements for Squire, like yeah, we'll think about that later. I think these should all be churned up though. So anyway, Barbarian is kind of a variant of Squire. Scout, and I don't want to use actual planned class names, but let's see. Scouts, like I don't want to say Ranger, and I just want to do agility plus dexterity. So we could say something like Dancer. Agility plus dexterity. Acrobat. Barbarian. Acrobat. Agility plus dexterity. And we can change any of these at any moment's notice if somebody has a better idea. Myself included. And then let's say Apprentice is going to be something like Wizardy. What is it going to be? Actually, if we're just going to do Wisdom plus Intelligence following the trail here, we're only going to do 3 actually, I guess, huh? So Wisdom plus Intelligence. Scholar is a class, is it not? I forget. Scholar is a job, so I don't want to use that. I push the mic away every time I take a bite. I hope that helps. Maybe Barbarian's a little extreme for that. Acrobat. This could be like the Librarian or something like that. Intelligence plus Wisdom. Librarian sounds silly though. Intelligence plus Wisdom. And one thing that I'm not at all ashamed about, is to do something like look at WoW enchants. There's some games that have, I mean, World of Warcraft came out in like what, 2004 or something like that. They've got so many freaking enchants and stuff now. I mean, the number of items in World of Warcraft is just insane. Health, deflection, yada yada. They don't actually use a lot of names, do they? Beast Slayer, there you go. Beast Slayer, Striking, Demon Slayer, yada yada. Kind of thinking of more like... I don't know if there's a game well known for its enchants, like RuneScape or something like that, maybe. Something else might be interesting would be the Dungeons and Dragons backgrounds. There's like, you know, the street urchin, the noble, the this and that. Let me look at those. They are called backgrounds. Acolyte. That's a pretty good one. Acolyte. I like that quite a bit, actually. Acolyte, entertainer. Soldier. Nah, I like acrobat for that one. Let's change this to soldier, though. That's just straight up strength and stamina, agility and dex, and this is going to be int plus wisdom. And so, yeah, maybe barbarian is good for rare. And that's strength, stamina, and agility, which is great for a fighter type. What about, say, strength, agility, and dexterity? That's more like a rogue type. Strength, agility, dexterity. Or maybe strength, stamina, and dexterity. We could do noble. Could be stamina plus intelligence plus wisdom. We could do... And they don't have to be nouns necessarily. Could do what? Words that rhyme with intelligence. Kitty's back. I'm gonna sit on my lap again. You're just gonna walk around in front of me for a while. Yeah, patazzo. Game design is actually pretty difficult, if you didn't know. It's like I was saying, it's not nothing shameful in looking at other games in chance. Minecraft and chance. What is this? Are they random? I've never heard of that. I haven't played Minecraft in years. These don't look like random and chance though. And maybe you can't find anything, you know. I don't know. Sometimes you can get good ideas by looking at Diablo and chance and stuff like that. That's probably actually a better idea. Let's look at PoE. Are there suffixes? Modifiers. This isn't going to actually show me. Oh, they're more specific than that. List of one-handed axe modifiers. We're not actually getting that specific. Ooh, yeah, see, just if you get into this kind of stuff, that would be some scalp scratching work here, man. Trying to come up with all of these. Crystallizing, entombing, heated, smoldering, smoking, burning, flaming, scorching, incinerating, blasting, cremating, carbonizing. Man. Combatants, weaponeers. And you can make stuff up too, of course. Humming, buzzing, snapping, cracking, sparking, arcing, shocking, discharging, electrocuting, vaporizing. Let's see, what am I? I'm actually looking at stats right now, so maybe I want more like gloves or something. Armor, EV. Wow, it's even specific to the helmet modifiers. Nothing in here? No. Boots, gloves, body armors. Yeah, there's got to be stuff like this. Like, what is increased strength? Isn't there just a straight up plus to armor? Regenerate life, +1 mod group strength, increased stun and block recovery. There's no just flat, oh there it is, increased strength of the elder. Those are a little different than what I was thinking of. These are all like late game stuff too, aren't they? Can't tell if my cats are meowing at the front door or what's going on. I have looked at Diablo 2 like prefixes before, because these are pretty cool. Diablo 2 is great. Not really even interested in looking at stamina. Wasn't strength one of them? Why is strength not up here? Oh, yeah, maybe they didn't have attribute. Or maybe it was only suffixes. Diablo 2 suffixes. There you go, strength. Might, Ox, Giant, Titan, Atlas. See, these are good ones here. Accuracy, precision, perfection. That might be a little better actually. Barbarian sounds kind of too specific. Let's go with might. Noble can be... Let's see. Stamina plus intelligence plus wisdom. Yeah, these are kind of nice. I like those. But might, stamina, intelligence, and wisdom. Yeah, D&D's got a lot of good stuff, definitely. What does the thing next to your name mean, Jinxie? Good luck, have fun, pledge. I'm kind of a Twitch newbie, to be honest. Might, and let's see. Well, like that. Might, acolyte. I'm gonna move this one down. Strength, stamina, agility. Not sure what that means, no offense. Is that just like on your account that you got that? Hi, Katie, what's the matter? What? Cats are all freaking out. Stamina, intelligence, wisdom. How about stamina? If you're a archery build, you're gonna want probably mostly stamina, agility, and dex. Almost typed the wrong thing there. Stamina, agility, and dex. I'm currently working on enchants for adding into the game via our item template system. What? Door's down. What? What's the matter? What's the matter? Did somebody fall into the well, Lassie? Cat's freaking out. I'm toasted too now that I got Now they got a nice warm drink. Yeah, not. I mean, it's no less exciting than me coding, to be honest. What are you doing, cat? So yeah, this is ranger type. Stamina, agility, and dexterity. Don't want to be too badass. It is rare, though. Maybe an animal name. Stamina, agility, dexterity. Like gazelle or something weird like that. Rabbit. Stamina, agility, dexterity. Rabbits are too tiny. Hyena. That's more strength based. Cheetah sounds like running speed. Wolf. Stamina, agility, dexterity. It's decent for now. Why is it green? And then what else do we want? Let's say we've got... that's more for range type. And then say we do... gotta sit in front of the keyboard, right, kitty? Yeah, I know. That's okay. Stamina. No, we want to do strength this time. Maybe strength and... Sorry, cat. You really gotta move. Dex and... agility. This guy's strength, stamina, agility. This guy's strength, dex, and agility. So less stamina. Maybe this is hyena. Why is it black? How many times do I have to set the color there? This is strength, stamina, agility. Strength, stamina, and intelligence. Yeah, we'll just go with like a few of these for now. Stamina, intelligent, wisdom. Yeah, that's fair start. Let's say we do some elite. And these want to be purple. So do we want to add 4 stats or do we just want to do 2 stats? But then like way stronger. How about strength? How about health plus strength plus stamina? None of these, well, I'm kind of just doing attributes right now. But, you know, let's spice it up. Let's do strength, and, how about physical damage? And I've already got melee damage. Strength and physical damage. How about agility plus... Come on. Agility plus range damage. And then we'll do... Or is it dexterity? Sorry. Dexterity is better than agility for range damage. And we'll do intelligence plus magic damage. And we'll do wisdom plus healing. So this will be, let's see, strength plus physical damage. This will be something like, you know, warrior, cleaver, reaper, razor. Yeah, razor. Is that strength? It doesn't really imply strength, does it? Might. That's a good one. Dexterity plus range damage. Precision, maybe? And is it precision or is it precision? I think it's precision, isn't it? Why is precision also a word? And then this is your basic intelligence magic damage. Say sorcery. Might, precision, sorcery, and wisdom and healing. Maybe empathy. And let's see if we can't at least make some legendary enchants for fun. And these are going to be drops, so you're not going to be able to just learn them. Well, and we can make some that you can learn, of course. But let's see. And these aren't sets yet. Naming these is really the hardest part. And then finding icons for all of them, too, is actually pretty difficult. Legendary. So if you're a fighter build, what do you want? You want melee damage, physical damage, plus defense, I guess armor. Plus strength, plus stamina. That's like all you need, and we just don't really have like bleed and stuff like that yet, but we'll get there. Say you again are I didn't do a rogue type, but I probably want might for a rogue out of these guys. So say you're a rogue type. Well, what do we want to call this? Might, legendary, Titan. That's a good one. How about strength? Well, hold up. Physical damage, armor, strength, and stamina. So this one we're gonna do physical damage plus physical speed plus how about agility plus dex? This one could actually be, let's see, physical damage, armor, and health, maybe. Physical damage plus armor plus health. This one's got physical damage, physical speed, and could do move speed. Health, energy. How about physical damage, physical speed, and energy? That's Titan. This is I miss Diablo 2. Hope Diablo 4 is cool. Looks like they're moving in the right direction with a lot of stuff, but I don't know. Blizzard just is not what they used to be. Titan and thinking like rogue, but like thief maybe. Titan. Hunter. I think Hunter will be the next one. Maybe I'll make this one thief. Titan, thief, hunter. So hunter is going to be ranged damage. Plus ranged crit. Plus range crit damage, maybe. Maybe, how about speed? Let's stick with the energy theme for now. This is again going to be wizard types now. So Titan, thief, hunter. Is sorcerer one of the classes actually? I don't think so. I feel bad that I can't remember those. But we haven't worked on them yet, so. Sorcerer is not. Well, let's see. What is this going to be? It's going to be magic damage plus something plus mana, right? Magic damage, let's say magic crit damage. How about magic crit damage and mana? And then the healer type will be healing plus healing crit plus mana. This guy's got health, energy, mana, mana. This could actually be energy regen, for example. About energy regen. And this one also has mana regen. And this one is called, it could be sorcerer, sorcery and sorcerer. Or it could be something more like brilliance. That's pretty good. And this one is healing, which Diablo 2 does not use. Enlightenment's not bad though. Healing, healing crit, and mana. Enlightenment. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, so we got some new enchants that we can queue up. So now we need to figure out, and I got a bunch of new potions too. Now we need to figure out what we want to make them with. Now, I don't have everything listed up here just yet, and how do I lock this. Don't use page break, page layout, custom views, freeze panes, freeze first column, and that broke the top there. Can't you do both? Unfreeze panes, freeze top row. Can't you do both? Thought you could do both. Can only do one? I think I'd have to make this a frame or something like that, but whatever. So we've also got, let's see, burning core. We've got a frozen core. We've got a crystal core. We've got an obsidian core. And can we do any more of those? Burning, frozen. We'll probably have water in the near future. So there's some cores. We're going to have more fire monsters. Let's see. Trent can have what? He could have a core. Wooden core. Trent Heart is a common thing in fantasy games. Trent. How about sources? These are called essences. Essence of plant. It could be an essence of forest. That's not bad. How about essence of... because we have wood, right? Essence of plant. Yeah, we have essence of wood. Those are gathered sort of specially, though. Fire, ice. Essence of fire. That's not actually dropping anywhere, is it? Essence of fire, I believe, is not an item. Essence of fire. Somebody actually dropping you, though? Item database. Loot data. Named drop rate for the fire elemental. Okay. Essence of fire. And where did I confirm that? Yeah, burning core also drops, right? So this is the 100% drop rate. I'm tempted to go look at Art's boxes just to see if he's actually got burning cores. I don't remember those dropping is all. But I'll do that in my own time. It's getting late in the day. Essence of fire. Burning core, frozen core, crystal core, obsidian core. Maybe I don't want to call more essences, but essence of fire is not the same as the rest of these. This is all I was worried about. These you harvest. These are drops, so that's not a bad deal. These don't exist yet. Essence of water, I'm pretty sure does not exist yet. And electricity definitely doesn't. So we could do essence of forest, something like that. Let's see. Don't want to be moving these around after. I guess I could insert at any time. Let's do essence of forest. And I'm gonna do that on these guys. Essence of forest. Frozen core, rock elementals, and earth elementals don't drop anything. These two are everywhere, though. These are like the main dudes. And we talked about maybe replacing those with goblins. But... yeah, I don't know about that just yet. We'll see. I don't think so. At least in the towers. They make a lot more sense to have goblins in the towers than a random fire elemental at the top of those stone towers. So we'll probably change that. But anyway, I'm gonna leave these guys alone for now. Stone golems too. These are the normal cave monsters. They don't necessarily need to drop anything. Ice golems are normal too, though, if you think about it. Stone golem. We could say stone core, or an essence of stone. That's already dropped. How about stone core? Stone core. Rock core. Basalt core. They're kind of basalty. Rock core. Earth core. How about an earth core? That sounds better. And goblins and hobgoblins. They don't necessarily have to drop parts of them. Like, you don't really need to say like a goblin ear or a goblin nose. Maybe some of them carry certain things, like the orc warlord. But how does that play into crafting and enchanting and potion making and stuff? Goblins. Maybe they drop stuff that they've picked up. You know, as like an uncommon drop or a rare drop. They drop frog's breath or something like that, you know. Because we don't actually have frogs. And of course, if I put frog's breath on the recipe list, people might be like, where do frogs spawn? And then that'll just make things confusing. Goblin ears. It's not terrible. It's kind of gruesome idea. But you're throwing goblin parts in your backpack. Goblin toes. Orc tongues. It's kind of gross. And then if you're making potions out of them, you're ingesting them. Maybe not. Like I say, though, it could just be stuff that they found over their lifetime and carry on to. Frog's breath was a good idea, but I don't think actually saying frog is as good of an idea as maybe saying something like not an animal, because people go looking for the animal. And again, D&D has some really cool stuff to go and look this stuff up with. I'm kind of just sitting here thinking to myself, though. So I think I'm going to end the stream here. And I'm going to keep working on this. Probably more to the tune of with pencil and paper in bed. And I'm going to post this in chat so that people can input some ideas for me, because that would be super helpful. And maybe I'll, if I patch the stuff I did in the AM in as a hotfix, then I can sort of put a link to what's going on with this stuff in Steam too, and see if people want to help contribute. And I'll put it on Patreon too. That's what I was thinking. So yeah, I'm gonna list up some stuff. Like I say, Google might be, like a Google Doc might be the way to go, but I'm not against just posting this Excel. Not everybody can read Excel though. I think you can read Excel in Google though, if you really need to. Anyway, worst case, I'll create 2 text documents. One with a list of stuff that needs ingredients, and one with a list of current available ingredients. And this is pretty important too, who drops what, but you can add that. Well, yeah, this is, well, you know, like if you have the document, we could add where these drop from. No real good way to organize this into one big sheet, unfortunately. But in any case, I will share all of this and hope for some assistance in figuring out what all goes best. And hopefully be back tomorrow morning with a fair share of ideas and stuff to actually start plugging in via code. None of this is really gonna require any new code so far. I mean, I have to write the, you kitties be nice, what are you doing? I'll have to write up these item templates is all, and I'll have to find item icons for them, which I own thousands of. But yeah. Anyway, so I got might there twice, don't I? Wasn't this going to be barbarian, strength and physical? Might, wolf. How about strength, stamina, and agility? Strength, stamina, agility, dex. Strength, stamina, and agility. How about lion? What? Yeah, that's better. Can't have 2 mites. Yeah. So hopefully be back in the morning with more tangible notes. This stuff actually requires quite a bit of thought processing, unfortunately, unless you want to just go and copy from someone else, which I'm already doing a bit of. And again, I do want to do minor health potion, and then have like, have that on the skill tree that you can unlock yourself, and then have health potion, which is like the normal version that you can unlock on town buildings. We don't have an alchemist yet, but we'll make an alchemist. And then to have major health potion, which will be a drop that you'll have to find. So lots of new stuff to find and get into, hopefully. And this is going to make players overpowered. That is the truth. It already happens. I don't know, like for example, Art Stew right now is Tabjan, what are you doing? Be nice to your sister. There you go. Quit staring at her. Come here. Come here. What are you doing? When you get a tier 1 sword with a tier 1 enchant, it's not a big deal. It works really good in tier 1, and so on and so forth. But when you get a tier 50 sword, that in and of itself works really good in tier 50, right? If you then add tier 50 enchants to that, now you're looking at like, the usability of a tier 70 sword or more. And so it's kind of an out of control system. But the more I think about it, the more I think that that's just kind of going to be the way Solace Crafting is. No fighting. Come and sit on me. and because it just would require really changing stuff up from the way it's been ever since day one, and implementing a lot of new math. And it wouldn't be terribly difficult. It just would really change stuff. So I'll bring it up openly with the community when other things get more stabilized and we figure out how all of this stuff goes. But like if you've got a legendary sword with 5 legendary Titan enchants on it, you're just gonna mow through stuff that's your level like butter. And so is that okay, or should we balance that more, or and not even that. It's like I was saying, if you're like say tier 50, that's level 250, and people get up to that level. And we could just say level 50, for example. You're level 50, and you've got 5 level 50 enchants on your legendary sword. It's gonna be, you're gonna be cleaving through stuff at level like 80. You're gonna be one-shotting bad guys at like level 80 plus, and so maybe. There's a part of me that wants to bring that scale down, so it's more like weighing against level checks versus just straight up adding math onto other math onto other math, because you get your crafting bonuses, you get your tier and rarity bonuses, you get your enchant, which also has crafting bonuses and tier and rarity bonuses. And it's just stuff piles on top of each other until, when you've got all legendary gear with all legendary enchants at level 50, you're just, you're dealing with like, you have to go to level 200 to even like find stuff that's a challenge. And is that cool? Because it is really hard to get a full set of legendary gear with legendary enchants. That would be a lot of work. So maybe that's totally acceptable. Hi, what's the matter? But maybe it should be tuned a little better. Maybe not. So we'll play with some ideas. That's future thought though. Right now I'm just gonna try and get a bunch more of these things in, and like I said, we got new monsters and stuff coming in, so we want to get some new drops in for them, so that there's a lot more specific ingredients to be out hunting for in regards to these new enchants and stuff. So you're not just running around the grasslands. The only reason to go to the swamp right now is to look for silver, and we need to add gold too, and platinum and some other things, but currently there's no actual reason to go into the goblin dungeons. But if we make it so that only mimics drop something that you need for all of these enchants, then somebody says, I want to do this enchant. Oh, I need this. Oh, mimics drop that. I need to go find a goblin dungeon, and so then there's a reason to go out and specifically explore those new areas, like with the fire plane and whatever. And we want to lock these behind certain content as well. Caves have lava caves in them, which is where Emberstone spawns. Floating islands is where Aetherstone spawns, and then I want to make water caves where Aquastone spawn, and then you combine those 3 together and you can make elemental keys to get into the elemental planes. So prior to that, even if you find a fire plane portal, you're not going to be able to go into it because it's destabilized and things like that. So levels of progression that lead to enhanced equipment, that lead to, and probably one of the things that we can cope with the rampaging math for stuff like this is to just really blatantly up the difficulty in certain areas like the fire planes. And already like floating islands, you have to wear underwear. You got to have your silk undies on, or you can't even go up there. You're gonna die. And so this is kind of like rank 2 You know, like if this is rank 1, and then these are like more like rank 2, like this. But then the lava plane, maybe we could make lava caves a whole separate system than the normal caves, with a different kind of cave entrance, for example, and so on and so forth. And then, you know, the fire planes would be like rank 3, and then eventually someday we'll have rank 4, and so on and so forth. So that's kind of where I'm looking to go with all of this stuff, and really not try to add a bunch of new stuff. Like I do want to add the deconstruction bench and some monster skills and some of this and that, but really primarily just to add on to the stuff that we have right now and make it better. That's really the main goal with what's going on right now. So anyway, I'm gonna call it for today, and at least the stream wise, and take a little break and get back onto this. See if I can't flesh this out a little better, bring it up with the community more openly, try to get some direct input, and be back in the morning. Good to see you, Jinxie Cat, and everyone that stopped by. Hope you're good. If you're watching this on YouTube, cheers to you as well. And it's mighty cold, so I'm going to close my windows and batten down the hatches. But